And back here, let's talk to Bill Mathews on the east side of the square. Boy, that courthouse renovation messed everybody up down there except your side.
Yeah, my side's fantastic. I've got a wonderful view.
I can't believe they canceled all the events downtown because
what
of
a shame.
Well,
Yeah. Have you, if you ever go to Madison County's courthouse, it's so nice to walk around it, and that's what they're doing. And
do you ever, you might have been too young, but do you ever remember the original Madison County courthouse?
No, I don't, but I've seen a picture of it. I can't believe they tore
it down. You believe that?
Yeah,
that was
it was
stupid.
beautiful.
Put the jail on top of it.
Yeah.
Dumb.
That's still, I mean, of course they did move here. I don't know what they put up there now, but they...
Bad decisions.
All right, speaking of jail, if you end involved in a domestic violence situation these days, you're going to jail immediately. One of the two. Is that correct?
Well,
if police come out to your home for domestic violence.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Now, what we see, as a lawyer, what I see a lot of, I'm having a lot more domestic cases, divorces and stuff. They're coming to see me, and I had I had one that came in. She said her husband slapped her and knocked her to the ground, and I said, well, there's things you can do. You can file a protection from abuse, and when you do that, the judge immediately signs an order saying there's to be no contact, and then he has to have the hearing within 10 days for due process to the victim or to the defendant. Yeah. And you go in front of the judge and you tell the judge what happened, and what happens most of the time, or 90% of the time, the judge is going to want to protect the
but isn't it her word against his word?
It's her word against his word. But the judge is going to want to protect the victim, and you'll get an order for 2 years that you've got possession of the house. You've got child support, may have domestic support.
Is it? Do you see that it's more younger generations that don't mind hitting women these days, or is it the older crowd?
Well, I'll tell you.
Still see both.
I'll tell you what's involved is alcohol.
Of course, yeah.
And it's the alcohol that's. Something about alcohol makes men hit women. What is it? But it's unbelievable.
My question is, Bill, what exactly nowadays is considered domestic violence? What's the fine line here?
Is it an argument where you're yelling?
It doesn't have to be physical contact. It can be that you're doing something that places your spouse in a situation where they're so alarmed that they're alarmed for their safety, and there's things that people can do. Like if you get in an argument and then you go pick up a gun, and even if the gun's pointed at the ground but you just hold the gun, she can go to the judge and file for it, and the judge.
What about text messaging? If they text you and say, "Hey,
or threaten you,
can you come back and use that in court?"
Oh yeah, you sure can. You can print that text message out and use that in court.
Is that becoming a bigger and bigger thing?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. People are printing out their text messages. I think there's a computer program for that or something. They're printing them out. And I was in court this week, and somebody had like a whole stack of them.
Can't you subpoena text messages anyway?
Well, subpoena it's harder to do. It's getting harder and harder to subpoena that stuff. Because you're basically subpoenaing Verizon. Mm-hmm. And they've got so many text messages, and they don't necessarily, they're supposed to, but who are you going to punish at Verizon if you don't get them? So the better way to get text messages is to print it out.
Okay.
And don't rely on subpoenaing text messages.
We're dealing here in Limestone County with the guy that got out of prison, killed his girlfriend, and then got arrested for drugs, had to go back in.
Right.
But I mean, he said, "I'm gonna kill you." Yeah. Got it on the phone and a message and everything.
Yeah.
When evidence is that obvious, it shocks me they let him out anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Well, I guess his time was up, so he had to be let out. But she could have gone and gotten, protection from the judge as he's being released.
Yeah, but she went and picked him up.
Yeah.
Well, usually in domestic violence, they do go back and forgive them.
See, I got arrested for that once.
You left a message.
But, no, I was there. That's when I kicked the door out when she was having an affair with a guy. But, they come back later. I was only in for 2 hours. That's my incarceration story. But they did a retraction in the paper later. It was third-degree harassing communications. Yeah. Big difference. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Big difference.
But damage done. It was on the front page.
Yeah.
Retraction is about this big.
On about the 5th page, not headlines.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you advise people, if they're, especially the women, that, and it could go either way, but women that are, they can sense something's going to go, they know the guy.
I would say you got to take it seriously, and I would say that whoever in your life that you respect, who's level-headed, talk to them about it and get advice, and you know, come see a lawyer.
Yeah, you're going to need a good lawyer.
A lot of times lawyers will give people advice. I do a lot of free advice, and if I ever charge for advice, it's just $50.
But the main reason is alcohol.
Yeah.
That you see.
Alcohol makes people brave, I guess, or stupid. Stupid would be the
I think stupid
Alcohol,
first,
I
brave
think it's the
second.
main thing. It really is. Alcohol, in domestic violence cases, it's alcohol.
It's horrible.
That's the main thing.
All right, Bill. Bill does a little of everything, so if you need a will done, or, do your close your house,
attorney?
whatever, you need to give closings, get picking up with the...
Yeah, they are. It's a whole lot better year this year than it was last year. It really is.
Bill Mathews, y'all give him a call. Congratulations on William getting all them yards receiving the other
That's
day.
right. Sure. Intramural football.
Intramural football. That ain't an easy sport.
Lambda Chi Alpha at Auburn University.
All right. You'll be going and seeing that new scoreboard you're paying for.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll go outside with the old Mustang man in a moment.
He's ready.
Showcase this blue Mustang he's got outside. But in the meantime, let's take a break. Y'all hang on.